Hello, writers, and welcome to session 6. I love the title of this one, Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. So today I want to teach you that writers know their writing gets better not only from what they do on the page with their pen, but also from what they do off the page. What do I mean by that? So no work is more powerful than being a really tough critic of one's own draft, rereading one's writing and judging it against goals in such a way that the writer comes away with goals to live by. So your job today is to reread your fairy tale adaptation so far, then to compare your draft to the fairy tale checklist, compare your draft to the narrative writing rubric, find at least one thing you can make better, and then type up your draft. Think of this as your editing, revising, and publishing time all rolled into one. So here are some of the different parts that you should see in your fairy tale adaptation. And you have a checklist in your writer's notebook that you can check off what you have. Opening narration, your small moment or scene 1. Some linking narration, small moment or scene 2. More linking narration. Then you may or may not have a third scene followed by linking narration, your ending and your resolution, and your ending narrative. Here's your chart again of how to write a fairy tale adaptation if you need to go back and focus on any of these steps. Make sure you know the classic story and that you tell it often, that you decided on a really consequential change that improved the story. Does that change make sense in the way it leads to other changes? Do you have a character with traits and wants who runs into trouble? Telling that story in those 2 or 3 scenes, either one is fine. Do you need to go back and react out a scene and try to add more detail? Making sure your ending solves the character's big problem and that you've got the backstory at the start and the stitching together of the scenes and your closing narration. In your notebook, you will also find your narrative writing rubric that we have worked with many times this year. It'll remind you of what you should have in your lead, your transitions, your ending, your overall organization, your elaboration, and your craft. And then that third page has your spelling and punctuation, those conventions that we've seen in our narrative, opinion, and information writing rubrics this year. After you've done all of that work, I want you to be able to share one thing, at least, that you made better in your writing today. Writers, I can't wait to see your final drafts. Off you go.